Hello everyone, I Assistant Professor Pragati Shetty from Department of Microbiology, KJ Somaya College. In this online lecture, we will study about the human parasite called as the Plasmodium. So first we will study the classification domain. It is coming under the eukaryotic category, although it will require the host for its multiplication. That is why it can also called as the obligate parasite. And under the protozoa, okay, it can also classified in the subfamily known as the sporozoa. Alright, then the phylum will be the Epicomplexa, class is the Aconoidacea, then the order of this group is the Hemosporida. Alright, it is the blood disease, right, transmitted via the blood, that is why Hemosporida. Then family Plasmodidae and genus Plasmodium with the species Plasmodium malariae. Alright, Plasmodium malariae will be responsible for causing the malarial infection in the humans, and this disease is transferred via the mosquito-borne vector, and which is the specific mosquito is female Anopheles mosquito. So in this picture you can see there is the female Anopheles mosquito which is responsible for transferring this Plasmodium into the host body. Okay, now we will study some information about this disease. Now Plasmodium malariae is the parasitic protozoa, right? As I mentioned, it is parasitic protozoa that causes malaria in the human, and malaria is the most common disease and most common infection. And the reasons for this can be one, the vector, that is the mosquito spread and the mosquito replication is very rapid, and the prevalence of this mosquito is present worldwide. Okay, and it is very in the large percentage. Therefore, a human once in his or her lifetime will definitely get this type of infection. Next, along with the Plasmodium malariae, there are some other species also which are called as the Plasmodium falciparum and the Plasmodium vivax. Both the species can cause the malarial infection in the host. Okay, now the vector-borne infectious disease. This is called as the vector-borne infectious disease caused by the protozoa parasite. The disease is very common. It can transmit via the female Anopheles mosquito. Till date, there are no any specific vaccines that are available on this, right? Then although it is a very much recoverable disease, okay, and that is why the people will completely recover from this malarial infection. Now the drugs that are available on this treatment for the treatment of this type of the infection are the derivatives or for the quinine and the artemisinin. These are two drugs that are available or that is used to take prescribed for this malarial infection. Okay, now the vector, as we know, the vector is female Anopheles mosquito. Now we will study the pathogenesis, which is a very important part in the study of this parasite. Okay, now in the pathogenesis, it is transmitted, the Plasmodia will transmit via the mosquito, infected female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, if the infected mosquito vector will bite the human, then it will transfer the Plasmodia into that human body, right? Now these vectors will breed in stagnant water, and the disease it spread. The disease which is spread by this mosquito is one of the major killers on the planet. As I mentioned, it is most prevalent disease, right? The occurrence rate for this infection is very high. Then in the Plasmodia life cycle, now the Plasmodium will have two hosts. One is the mosquito and second is the human. That is why the mosquito is called as the definitive host or the primary host, we can say, and the human host is called as the secondary host. Okay, therefore in the life cycle of the Plasmodium, it is having the two hosts, and including this two hosts, it will have the three stages, including the mosquito stage, liver stage, and the. Now we will study the life cycle of this parasite, that is the Plasmodium malariae. So first, starting, you can see in this picture, there has been shown that the mosquito is biting the human in the mosquito stage. In the erythrocytic and the liver stage, the mosquito, you can see in the erythrocytic stage, the gametocytes of this Plasmodium are entering into the mosquito, into the healthy mosquito, and that is how the mosquito is getting infected. Now that infected mosquito again bite the healthy host, healthy human, and this is how this cycle will continue. Okay, now we will study one by one in each step. Now first, the malarial parasite will involve two hosts, right? Now during the blood meal, that is during the absorbing the blood from the infected human, the mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito, will get these sporozoites into the human. Okay, first we will study that mosquito will inoculate or will inject this parasite inside the human body. Therefore, if the infected mosquito will bite the human, then it will transfer the sporozoites into the human host. What are the sporozoites? See, these are the main infectious agents, we can say. You can see there, these are the sporozoites, the yellow color one. Okay, these are the spore-like stage in the life cycle of this Plasmodium, and it is typically an infective agent. Now this sporozoite will reach into the hepatocyte. What are the hepatocytes? Cells present in the liver. This is we are studying in the liver stage. All right, now into the liver, it will convert into the merozoite. Okay, now what is a merozoite? It is an important ambidoid trophocyte, which means a structure which is produced by this schizoids. Okay, that I will tell you in the detail. And this merozoites will have the capability for initiating the new sexual and the asexual cycles of the development, and therefore you can see merozoite is transferring the nucleus into the RBCs, and there we will have the two cycle, asexual and the sexual. Now we will first see the asexual one. All right, so from the merozoites, they will infect RBCs. There the parasite multiply asexually. Okay, and the merozoites, you can see they will convert into the ring stage because of the shape of that nucleus. Then the trophozoite stage. Okay, after that, okay, what is the trophozoite? It is the growing stage in the sporozoa, and at this stage the sporozoa will absorb the nutrients from the host. Sporozoa means what? The Plasmodium. Okay, it is absorbing the nutrients from the host cell, which is called as the trophozoite. Now this trophozoite will produce schizonts. What are the schizonts? Schizoids or the schizont. These are the mature sporozoite. Okay, and which will be having very many smaller nucleus. Okay, This we called as the merozoites. Now this merozoites enter into the, now this is asexually. Okay, this cycle is going asexually. Now the schizons rupture, right, and they will release the merozoites. Now some trophozoites, you can see some of the trophozoite differentiate into the gametocytes. Look into the last stage, 5th. They are the gametocyte, female and the male. Alright. Now the trophozoite will enter into the sexual differentiation. In the asexual one, the merozoites are produced. Alright. In the sexual one, the trophozoite will goes under the gametocyte production under the sexual differentiation. Stage 1, stage 2, then the gametocyte will be produced. Alright. And then resulting into the 2 gametes. We called it as the microgametocyte and the macrogametocyte. Micro means male. Macrogametocyte means female. Okay. Which will begin the sporogenic cycle. Now the human host result in the formation of this gametocytes. Alright. Now a healthy mosquito bites the human and they will suck the blood of the human host, infected human, and from that route it will get the sporozoites. It will get the gametes. Now you see in this structure of the mosquito, you can see in that white arrow, the gametocytes are entering, the male and the female. Alright. Now the macrogamete is the male one and the female gamete will differentiate into the sporozoites. Okay. Now the microgamete will be developed into the oocyst. Now if you remember the human reproduction cycle, in which there is the oogenesis, oocytes, okay, then it will be easy for you to understand this process. Now the microgametes, that is the female gametes, will develop into the oocyst stage, then the ookinete, and the zygote will be produced. From the zygote again sporozoites will be produced. Alright. Now these sporozoites are present into the infected mosquito, and now this infected mosquito bite into the healthy host. You can see the mosquito is biting again into the human, and therefore it will inoculate these sporozoites, and again this cycle goes on. Sporozoites, then liver stage, then the erythrocytic stage, asexual and the sexual mode of this cycle. Again it will have 2 gametes, okay, that will enter again into the healthy mosquito, and this is how the mosquito starts getting the infection, and due to mosquito humans will also get the infection. This cycle will continue in both the mosquito and the human host, and that is why the plasmodium will have 2 hosts, mosquito and the human host, right? Now we will study, now this is the life cycle and the pathogenesis of this plasmodium malariae, right? The plasmodium parasite. Now we will study the symptoms of the malaria. Now first there will be the headache, then the vomiting, nausea, spleen enlargement, muscle pain, convulsions, fatigue, joint pain, then skin fever, shivering, jaundice symptoms. In the respiratory tract there is the dry cough will be produced. So these are the symptoms of this malaria infection, right? Now if we look into the epidemiology, the World Health Organization has estimated in the 2010 that there were 219 million cases of malaria, result into the 6 lakhs death, which is the very large number. Now in the starting of the lecture we have discussed that this disease is very common, very infectious, and the rate of its prevalence is very much increased. That is why it is one evidence, right, that they have recorded this much cases, and due to this much deaths has been happened due to this infection. Now the majority of cases, that is 65% of the cases, has been seen in the 15 years old group. About 125 million cases, about 125 million pregnant women are at risk of infection each year. In the sub-Saharan Africa, maternal malaria is associated with 2 lakh, that is estimated infant deaths yearly. Alright. Now this risk factors are also available on the area that a human living or the human is staying, right? Because if a person is living in a very congested or any unhygiened area where there will be the pooled water, stagnant water, where this mosquitoes can lay down their eggs and they can multiply there, so that will also increase the risk for getting this infection, right? This is the epidemiology. These are some of the examples that is recorded for the malaria. Now we have saw this life cycle of the Plasmodium cycle. Now these are the Plasmodium malariae. This is the gram staining, Giemsa staining micrograph of the mature Plasmodium malariae schizont. Now as I mentioned, as we have discussed, what is the schizont? It is a small embedoid sporozoa, trophozoite. So it is a structure in the life cycle of the sporozoa which is responsible or which is capable for initiating the new cell development either via sexual mode and the asexual mode, right? This is the schizont. This is the stage of the life cycle of the Plasmodium malariae. Now we will see the laboratory diagnosis. In the laboratory diagnosis, the first one will be the collection of the sample. So the sample will be collected, the blood sample, because the Plasmodium will get in contact with the RBCs. So it is very sufficient that blood samples are enough for the laboratory diagnosis. Now first the microscopic diagnosis, the blood smear, then the fluorescent microscopy can be used, and the quantitative Buffy-Coat technique, quantitative Buffy-Coat count can be taken to check the presence of this parasite. Alright. Now we can detect the antigen also. The immunochromatographic dipstick, this is available for antigenic test of this Plasmodium malariae. Now serologically we can test using the immunofluorescence assay, right? Immunofluorescent assay and the ELISA. And the molecular test that we can use is the PCR. The PCR test. This is about the laboratory diagnosis of the malaria. Now what preventions we can take? Preventions will include we can use the mosquito nets, right? First we have to restrict the entry of these mosquitoes. For that purpose we can use the mosquito nets, we can use the repellents, mosquito repellents. Okay, then insecticides, long sleeve clothes are preferred in such areas. Close doors and windows in the evening, because this is the time when the mosquitoes are most probably will enter. That is why we should take the prevention to avoid this infection. Okay, then don't keep stagnant water. All right, this is the very important measures that we should take in the daily basis, because in the stagnant water you can see 250 eggs of mosquito can be present in this stagnant water, and with this can be the source for the infection in that particular area. So we should take the responsibilities and we should prevent this disease or this infection by taking such measures, right? Then we will see the treatment. Now anti-malarial drug availables are chloroquine, Fansidar, that is the sulfoxetine drugs, quinine drug, artesunate, halofantrine, doxycycline, Meleron and the primaquine. These are the examples of the anti-malarial drugs that are available. Okay, in the profile axis we will see in the profile axis these are also the some of the drugs, okay, that we can take. Chloroquine, then Daraprim. So these are the examples of the drugs that are available against this malaria. Okay, in this online lecture we have studied the protozoa called as Plasmodium malariae. We studied the classification of it. After that we studied the information about this disease. Then we studied the life cycle, then pathogenesis of this infection, okay, how it will spreading and how it is replicating. And we have studied the life cycle, we have studied the 3 stages, right? I hope you understood. Then we have studied the laboratory diagnosis, symptoms, treatment, and then the profile axis and epidemiology. I hope you understood this online lecture. If you have any doubt regarding this, please ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching.